Okay, everyone. Today we've got the wonderful Nikki Barden. She is a legend of the industry, although she's only about 11 years old. You're not 11, are you, Nikki?
No, unfortunately, not anymore. I'm 27 now.
No. All right, she's 12. No, she's 27 now. Well, we don't like to ask your age. I'll edit that out. Don't worry. Okay. So Nikki, if you just explain to everyone what you do for a living, what is your position and who you work for? Obviously, I know you, but they don't.
So I work for MLM Concerts Limited, which is Mark Lundquist, who's been in the industry pretty much since he was born. He's the best of the best. He knows everything. And I actually do the sales. So I book different bands into venues, so concert venues, theatres, festivals, club venues. So I just basically liaise with all the venue managers and all the programmers.
Fantastic. Okie dokie. So, Nikki, was this a lifetime ambition to get into this crazy world of music, or was it, did you fall into it? Did you get picked up one night and after a party and they said, you're perfect?
Do you know what? It actually was a bit like that. I used to work in stocks and shares, and we all had a couple of drinks one night, and I was like, do you know what? I don't like this industry at all. And because I've been friends with Mark and his family for so long, I was like, just want something else. And he was like, well, why don't you try for me for a while? And then 7 years later, here I am. So it was the best decision I've ever made. It's such a fun industry to work in, actually. So unique.
Fantastic. So you clearly weren't into money at all. That's why you decided to get into the music industry.
Do you know what? I thought I was really into. I thought I was really into money, hence the stocks and shares and the estate agent. But it's not bad money, but it's just so much funner. Like working up till midnight after a gig is not a stress when we do it. It's actually just so much fun. But maybe I just work with good people as well.
You do. You sometimes work with me. So that's really good as well.
I do have the pleasure of booking a couple of your shows. And luckily for me, they do well. So you are a very good producer.
Oh, thank you very much. Very kind. I'll send the money through the post. So Nikki, just explain a little bit about what's a kind of day in the life of Nikki Barden or Nicole Barden. Your professional name, obviously.
So we usually get in probably about 9, well, unless we've had a big gig the night before. Obviously, it's a bit different now, but we usually get in about 9, have a little meeting about what's happened. I spend most of my days actually on the phone, calling venues and speaking to them, rooting so you guys aren't up against the country in ridiculous places after each other. And then I do help out a little bit just around the office, admin and everything, but mostly I'm bush for sales, trying to get you guys the big bucks.
What is the best part of your job, do you think? Or not, do you think? Do you know?
I think the people, it's never the same day and you never have to talk to the same person and do the same repetitiveness. It's different every single day. And you just get to talk to so many nice people and everyone's just a bit different. I never actually travelled the UK before this job. I'd never left Surrey or London. So it's so nice to have something different and creative and fun, actually. It doesn't feel like work.
On that basis of travel, Nikki, what would you say is the most exotic, well, not necessarily exotic, but the kind of furthest place?
Furthest way.
That was my aeroplane.
I think the first place that we've ever booked was China, actually. And at the moment, we're really focusing on Dubai and the Middle East and South Africa quite a lot. So fingers crossed that we'll be over there quite a lot now, next year maybe.
Wow, that is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. So looking at your T-shirt earlier, we spoke earlier before you lot were here. So we spoke earlier. And Nikki has got a Nirvana T-shirt on. Would you mind just showing your Nirvana T-shirt, Nikki?
Of course.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. So great. when you're in the office or what kind of music do you listen to?
You know what? I have such a big range. So it goes from Beatles to the Mystery Jets to Codaline to Nirvana. And I'm not going to lie, I do actually have a soft spot for One Direction. I quite like them. Taylor Swift, she's very catchy. I like a bit of
them. Get off my screen. No,
which one am I saying? Direction or Taylor Swift? I'm not a big fan of rap, unfortunately. I just don't know how to dance to it.
So just for you guys at home watching in the future, time traveling, we're in the third lockdown, UK lockdown of the pandemic, unfortunately. So Nikki, how has the pandemic affected what you do? It must be ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. I mean, so I think we're almost a year into it now, aren't we? We're coming up to our first anniversary of it, and it's completely halted everything. We've not had one gig since March, and it's just constantly either cancelling the dates or moving them. At the beginning, we were hopeful that it would be opened again by September 2020. So I think at the moment we're on maybe our third move of dates, specific dates. We are hoping to be back by June 2021, but unfortunately there's no way of knowing. But it has completely halted the entire industry. I don't think any other industry, apart from maybe the travel, has been as badly affected by it as us.
Mm. So, Nikki, when do you think the shows will return in 2021?
Well, we're thinking at the moment it's June 21, but unfortunately it will be social distancing in the venues and in the festival. So they're going to be selling less tickets. There's going to be spacing. You can't sit near certain bits. So when it does return, it won't be exactly the same, but that's what the hope is at the moment.
Do you think that the pandemic will change the industry permanently for the good or the better, or there'll be good things and bad things?
I personally think once people are initially over there, a bit of anxiety of going out, it will actually make it better for the industry, because I don't think people appreciate live music as much as they will now. Even talking to people in the industry and customers and even my own friends, they're more excited just for the interaction and the ambience of gigs as well, instead of, because you can watch it on YouTube, obviously, or stream it, but it's not the same as going out with your friends and having like an event kind of thing. So I do think it will be better in the long term.
Have you got any message for anyone that wants to get into this crazy world that we live in, this crazy industry?
Amazingly enough, I think it's going to go against the grain of what you've ever learned, is do not get education, go in and get experience. Experience is key, getting to know people. It's all about experience. And I would say just do anything that scares you, because it's all just such a bizarre industry. Until you're in it, you have no idea what you want to do or what you'd like. So I think just try everything and do everything.
So Nikki Barden, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, or wherever you are in the world. It might be this evening or tonight or wherever. But thanks for joining us on Backstage at tributemagazine.co.uk. Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks so much. It was such a lovely experience. It was so nice to be interviewed.
Don't forget, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button for all the latest videos, competitions, tour dates, and much, much more.